Good evening. My name is Pyotr Maitland, and this is the Fundamentals of the Principles of Historical Astroeconomics, the ebook edition. This academic text contains scenes of violence, strawberry-flavored personal lubricant, adult language, jalapeno popper-flavored personal lubricant, and, if we did our jobs right, a disturbing amount of horchata-flavored personal lubricant, which is disturbing subject matter, I guess. Listener discretion is strongly advised, as is a healthy amount of any of the above brands of personal lubricant.
Hey, it's fucking Steven.
It's all the Stevies.
Fuck out of here. We're from Fuck You Like Taxis, only in Gate City. Wanna go over there? Fucking fine, I guess. Jesus Christ. This is a big shot all of a sudden. You just got groceries, but it's far? Fuck. Guess we'll drive ya. We also have roof racks, in case you're stupid or something. Hey, give us a call and see why we're definitely one of Gate City's most taxi service. No, I'm not gonna give them a number. They can look it up on the Galactinet. Fuck.
Dumb idiot. Fuck yourself.
Welcome to GC News, the only source you trust to tell you everything you need to know about what's happening all along the Promethean Highway. I'm your host, Sigourney Ellen. Power outages. Rolling power outages have begun spreading across Gate City, causing chaos and destruction wherever they go. Gate City Administrator Gavin Hewlett went on record saying, "Our top maintenance officials are looking into this, and we are confident this will not affect the safety of the residents of Gate City." When asked about why he's so confident, the administrator credited his own generally sunny disposition. The bones back in the system. After being on maneuvers for the last 2 years, the Epoch-class naval vessel, the Bones of Ymir, has returned to our star system. The Navy has so far refused to comment on why the ship has returned, with some experts claiming that moving one of the Navy's 4 Epoch-class capital vessels out of position marks a significant departure from naval strategic doctrine hitherto. Other experts are claiming that the previous experts need to get off the Galactinet and start talking to real people. Real meat in real trouble. Stock prices for the leading supplier of vat-grown proteins have tanked even further after footage of MeatSec, Real Meat's internal police force, opening fire on a crowd of protesters on Stivald 4 was leaked to the Galactinet. A spokesperson for the company has released a statement claiming that the so-called union reps are nothing more than gangsters who started the conflict by opening fire on a MeatSec officer. At this time, we can neither confirm or deny either allegation. We'll return with more after these messages.
Hello and welcome to The Stars Aren't Alright, Season 2, Episode 4. My name is Brian, and I will be your keeper for the duration of this podcast, after which I will be humanely destroyed. I'm excited to be back on the Promethean Highway with all these chuckle fucks. Before we get into a recap of our previous episode, however, let's go around the table here, and I'll get you guys to introduce yourselves, your character that you are playing, and we will also get you to say one thing that your character
likes to eat.
Likes to watch other people eat. Oh, actually, no, I got a better one. Yeah.
Yeah, what you said.
We did strike gold there, but, I think we can go a little deeper. Let's get one thing that your character hates seeing other people eat. And let's start with Catherine.
Hi, I'm Catherine, and I played Juno and Glade, our local televangelist. And, just snotty nose bat. Oh God.
Lots of snot.
Snot brat nose.
Her nose runs constantly. And Juno hates watching other people eat shrimp cocktail.
Because it could be her shrimp cocktail. Is that why?
That is partially.
You know how they
why.
come in those individual servings where it's all around like the central bowl?
Okay, now we're hitting too close to Catherine here. Yeah, it's just too much. It's too much crunch. It's too much dipping. It's too much mouth movement.
Crunch.
What do you mean? Yeah, what do you mean crunch? You're not
crunch?
supposed to eat the
Crunching.
tails.
Who crunches the tail?
She hates it because the people that she watches all eat the tails. It's disturbing.
Does she go to a fucking insane asylum?
To be fair-
watch people eat shrimp cocktail?
I have had this conversation with people who are like, oh, dude, you forgot the tail. I'm like, I didn't forget the tail.
Wait, actually?
Yeah,
There's no
some
what?
people eat it.
Really?
Name names.
For legal reasons, I can't. But for non-legal reasons, my partner will kill me. Okay. Thank you, Catherine. Tom.
Hello, I'm Tom, and I will be playing Alastar Bran. If Alastar were to see a person eating something that made him uncomfortable, I'd have to say it was going to be shrimp cocktail, but here we are.
We can have the same thing.
No repeats.
No, absolutely not.
Never.
I'll go and say French fries. You know, there's some people out there who like stick their whole fingers in their mouth when they're eating the fries. You know, like they'll grab them like that and go. It's like, just eat them by the fry, you know? You're ruining the potato with your grubby fingers. Just hate it. Because I can't hate shrimp cocktail.
It's actually in your corp stat contract that they're like, you cannot have strong feelings.
Served
about
at
shrimp
every corporate
cocktails.
function. Oh, you didn't get your shrimp cocktail?
It's part of your
No.
evaluation. They see, are you watching us eat these?
Eat the tail.
Amazing. Thank you, Tom. Leah.
Hey, I'm Leah. I am playing Glade Walker, currently in the Butterfly Mask, and Glade doesn't want to see anyone eat, because if you're seeing them eat, it's like they're maybe friends or like too casual. Gonna just leave.
Too close, too
Too
intimate.
close. Fuck that.
This says there's an interesting.
But Brian,
Blah, 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 blah. Let's just do that for 3 hours, guys. I think the audience was here for it. That does raise an interesting question of like, does Glade eat around other people? Does it Glade eat in public?
No.
No. Alex just made a
Really intelligent comment.
very insightful. Yes, it was. It was. All right. Hell yeah. This is amazing. All right. Thank you, Leah. Alex.
Hey, I'm Alex Collins, and I play Scrody Scrav, the rat that ate through the piece of wiring that sent the entire Gate City into a non-powered status. Scrody Scrav, if he were not currently subatomic dust somewhere in the electrical system, without seeing other people eat the delicious wiring that Scrody Scrav was about to eat.
Great.
Cool.
So I will actually be playing Pyotr Gaius Maitland again, for some reason. And the one thing that Pyotr hates eating or seeing other people eat is like off-brand
Shrimp cocktail.
caviar. Off-brand caviar. Because he just looks and it just reminds him of like all the really good caviar he had when he wasn't paying for it himself. And now he can't stand it.
Gotcha. All right. Oh my God. I'm trying to think of like what off-brand caviar in this universe, like real meat.
How do you know what
presents
brand of
caviar.
caviar you get?
It's some type of eggs.
Somehow he's still getting beluga caviar.
I can make you fake caviar. I literally just did it. It's with agar and cold oil.
Agar? Yeah. Oh.
Now we're just doing the again.
I'm going to sit here and say made-up words.
So let's do a meaty, sweaty, salty recap of.
Are we ever going to do like a tiny demure recock?
It's not what the people want. It's not what the people want. Maybe on our
What they
OnlyFans.
deserve.
It's what you deserve. All right. Episode 3. Our heroes actually return to Gate City. Glade wrestled heavily with the memories of some fucked up shit she did as the mask and went full avoidance, much to Juno's annoyance. Speaking of, Juno tried to have a romantic reunion with Glade and instead concussed herself due to gravity suddenly reappearing. With their Jesuit prisoner dead and the ship now at least barely functional, they reached out to Frederico to see what could be done about fixing the ship. Glade ceded the captainship to Doug, and they had a heart-to-heart wherein Glade rejected Doug's call to revolution. In her defense, she had had a pretty hard fucking day, and capitalism do be inexorable. Alastar, communicating with Jax, got a feeling that something was off with his handler, who kept insisting on Alastar giving up his location. He noticed that someone had hacked into his personal data center and turned the location on, leaving him to pull the off-brand AA alkalite-ass battery out of the back in an effort to conceal his location. Everyone pretty much fucked off to do their own thing, undoing all the hard work I had to do in Season 1 to bring y'all together, which is all the more frustrating to me because I did all of this to myself. That's not relevant to the recap, but I want you to know that I'm my own worst enemy, which is neither relevant information or news to anybody. The exception, of course, was our wonderful ladies.
It was news to them.
It was news to them. Our wonderful ladies, while Glade was bringing the paranormal back to the podcast with how aggressively she was ghosting Juno.
Jesus Christ. Oh, shit. Oh my God, who are you gonna call?
Oh, fuck.
No. Totally saw through me.
You're transparent.
Our resident preacher decided to go ghost busting to bust to bust in the ghost, you know? Bust.
Nice.
Who are you gonna call?
Bust.
Not Brian.
You just did the best joke followed by the most awkward.
Guess where Brian thought he was going to get the laugh in this section. Anyways, they hugged it out, and we inch ever closer to the chapel ronification. May the pony clubs ever be pink. Of this podcast. Yep.
Listener, I also have no idea what that means.
Yeah, that's okay.
That says so much about you.
Yeah.
Wow.
I've been transparent about this. Don't fucking pretend this is a surprise.
This is a great segue to Pyotr. Pyotr was in a stasis chamber on account of his burns and had what I can only imagine would constitute a wet dream for him. And Brian didn't have to Google who the people he featured in his dream were. That definitely didn't happen. He just knew. Alastar, an almost complete stranger, got stuck taking care of the old man in the tube and decided to bring him to the university hospital by way of roof rack on a taxi cab.
Yeah. That's correct. Yeah.
He picked up a tail and managed to dump Pyotr while cornering the tail in an alley. Dumped Pyotr at the hospital, by the way, the Usage City Hospital.
He dumped him off the car once first.
That did happen. Yeah, canonically, there are some scuffs on this medical stasis chamber. After cutting off his hand, the tail's hand, not Pyotr's, Alastar cut off the tail's hand. The tail, whose name was Stephen with a V, revealed that he had been hired by someone named Jax, who, and before he passed out from blood loss, whispered, "May his light shine upon you." And that will bring us to the episode. Let's start with Juno and Glade.
So we are in the tunnels of Gate City.
Not the tunnels.
I didn't time that right. You guys, I believe we're leaving leaving the dockyards. So you guys were leaving the dockyards.
Yeah. Glade realized you were following her and went around a corner, waiting for you to come around the corner.
And they had a nice big hug.
I don't get it.
I believe that.
And then Juno had unexpectedly hugged Glade.
Yeah. So we are wrapped in a firm and tender.
Don't say we.
We are wrapped in a. I have wrapped. Juno has wrapped Glade in a. And you're not hugging back. Okay. So Juno has wrapped Glade in a tender and actually remarkably strong embrace, and she's also still very concussed. Very, very concussed. And you feel her just kind of start to cry just a little bit, just like that heaving those quick breaths, trying to hold it in and trying to be strong, but you kind of feel that huffing pressure against you as she wraps her arms around you and hides her face over your shoulder.
Highs or lows, Juno?
This is a pretty high moment, actually. She's crying, but it's a high moment. Let's say highs.
Can you roll luck for me?
She's just going to get you to keep rolling until she can ghost you again.
Oh, your luck check fails? Yeah, you actually were just hugging, a mannequin.
The match just goes, falls off.
That is a fail.
Okay. So you correct. You got highs. Glade, a little shocked at first with Juno hugging her, starts to, a little bit involuntarily, bring her arms up around to hug you. And then as she hears you weeping a little bit, one arm stays down and the other one kind of awkwardly pats the back of you.
I missed you so much. I'm glad to see you, Glade. I'm glad. I mean, you might not be okay, but you're
Who said I'm not okay?
I mean, I've done this professionally for some time, and...
What, some just another charity case?
Oh, no, and she starts, kind of pushes away, wipes tears from her eyes. No, not a charity case. I imagine for somebody who's gone through so much, and even just the things we've gone through as a crew and losing Lift, I can't imagine any of us are okay. But do as you will. I'm happy to see you, is what I was trying to say. My head hurts, and I'm all sticky.
A nickel for every time.
And she starts to release her arms from you, and it off. She kind of all of the lube that has kind of dried up onto her, kind of half tacky, still sticks to you.
I also feel like Juno got burned a little bit as well, so there's probably some of that.
She did get burned. We are low on hit points.
Yeah.
As your arms de-stick off of Glade, Glade grabs one of your arms wherever you got burned. Kind of looks you up and down. For the love of salt, what the fuck happened to you, woman?
We were trying to save Pyotr.
Oh, for fuck's sakes.
And it involved fire and a lot of lubricant.
Oh.
Juno just stares at the ground. Just 1,000-yard stare at the ground. And then we had the power outage, and I was looking for you and fell, and
Do you have a band around your head?
No, just hair is kind of slicked back too from the lubricant.
Oh my god. Okay.
Kind of singed on the edges.
Singed on the
But
end.
can you see a visual head injury?
Just a little bit of dried blood in the hair.
Glade grabs Juno's chin and moves her head kind of left and right, just analyzing her head and looking for injury.
Oh, yes.
You'll be fine. I'm sure you have a slew of doctors that can look after you. And I'm sure you have a very nice shower to clean off this lube.
My apartment. We could go there. Do you think somebody... I mean, last time we were here, somebody was after us, and...
I'm sorry, we?
We?
You said we.
We. Yeah. We are a crew. A professional crew together.
As far as I'm concerned, the job finished, so I'm not getting paid anymore.
Oh. Well, how about this? With no expectation of continuing our professional relationship further.
What else could it be?
Let me finish. You're always so rude. And I'm trying to be happy and nice to you here, and I was sad to see, and I'm very emotional and I want to go to sleep, but I have to shower and I need help, Glade.
Clearly.
Why are you so mean?
Sorry, the truth hurts.
I thought you might have cared whether or not your words hurt me. But if not, why don't I offer you at least a shower? You look like shit.
Oh, wow. Actually offering some help. And not just parading your little psychology skills. that you've helped
Don't
so many
air
Reapers
quote
with.
skills. I want to help you, Glade, and
Why do you want to help me? Tell me it's more than just helping another Reaper. Because that's what you do, right? You help Reapers. You've helped Reapers. What makes me different? Like I said, just another charity case? In what world do you see me living in yours?
maybe I'm a fool, but you remind me of someone. Someone I wish I could have taken better care of.
I don't need anyone to take care of me.
You may not. And I know that. You are very good at keeping yourself. But do this for me. A favor of sorts. Clean up. Give me peace of mind that you will be, well, that you can start fresh. We've been through a lot, whether you admit it or not. It's been hard. So, if I ask for this favor, then you don't have to see or talk or suffer me anymore. Clean up and let me see you start fresh. I'll even give you the code to my apartment so you don't need me to be there.
Glade kind of gives a 10-mile stare in the distance. Okay, interesting. Fine. Interesting to see what one of those bougie showers is like.
There are jets from all directions.
Even out of your mouth?
even a mouth jet, actually.
The audience will love these jokes that we made at the brunch we had before and didn't record.
It's still funny. It's funny with or without context.
Okay.
To be clear, there was an actual mouth jet in real life.
Any jet could be a mouth jet.
We'll be uploading a diagram later to prove it.
Fine. Okay, I suppose I need to look a little bit presentable to take care of some of the business I need to do. So, fine. Wave your hand or get us a ride.
My data center was thrown into the back of a truck. But I guess it was for the best. But I could probably hail a taxi service if needed.
Hey! Bada bing!
Juno
Stupid
puts out her hand and even like kind of steps into the street.
One, taxi comes like screeching to a halt and lays on the horn. And then after a moment of you two staring at each other, just flicks on the light on top of the cab that indicates that it's available.
I actually don't know my own address, but you've driven me there several times. Can you tell him where we're going?
Oh, good God. Glade opens the door for Juno.
Thank you.
But, right. Get in. Bring us to 6969.
420 Ave?
Yeah.
At the intersection of Pussy. I believe Juno
I don't think
lives.
it's the
Wasn't it?
garden.
Yeah, no, it was the garden.
I think it was
Yeah.
in the gardens.
Gardens.
Yeah,
Okay.
because you didn't quite live in the promenade, but you lived like outside the promenade, so you weren't quite rich enough for the promenade.
Damn.
Oh.
Second class citizen.
Just trying to create room for character growth, okay?
Yeah, maybe I just respect your hustle. You don't know. Okay, great.
And last we left the apartment, my cleaner was there and I had left.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah,
So I
absolutely.
haven't been back since Percy was at least like clean.
Correct.
I haven't seen the place cleaned up after Percy died.
You've got it.
Okay.
Juno demands to the taxi cab driver that they take her to the gardens Glade actually provides the address. 6969
Bush Avenue.
Bush Avenue. 6969 Bush Avenue, canonically.
Yeah.
Name of the address. Let's leave them for now, and we will talk to Pyotr. Pyotr, you wake up.
Oh no, that was a bad idea. Where am I? Who are you people?
You're in the university hospital, Pyotr, and you recognize the voice of the dean.
Oh my goodness, sir, I can't see you yet. My vision's a little blurry.
No. They say you shouldn't open your eyes for at least 10 to 20 minutes. You have to let the gel set in.
Very well. Sir, how are you?
Oh, I'm doing quite well, Pyotr. I'm glad to see you in well, I was going to say good spirits, but
well, sir, the spirits are good, but the flesh is weak.
Oh, famous. Oh dear, the Maitland wit. Yes. Well, to wit. We're glad you're back. We're very proud to be the alma mater, as it were, of the author of the fundamentals of the principles of historical astroeconomics.
Thank you, esteemed Dean. It's quite an honor. I know our arrangement was for me to make contact with my father, but as I'm sure you understand, that sometimes when you have a flash of genius, it takes you to,
Of course.
to heights unknown.
Naturally. No. Of course. Say no more. That has all been taken care of. Don't you worry about a thing. And to wit, we did have to delay the opening of the extra wing of the library on account of all the homicides.
Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry to hear that.
Oh, yeah, well,
It's a real shame when these, extracurricular activities get in the way of true academics.
Oh, that is exactly what I said to GateSec, but they were not sympathetic, unfortunately. That being said, though, we would like you to speak at the function, which it's in 2 days. We would love to have you speak and introduce the world to the Maitland wing of the Usagicity Library.
Why, Master Deed, I would be honored, truly honored, and I will do my best with the medical team here to make sure I am fit for that occasion.
Wonderful. Well, they have the healing gel on you, so should be within the next 4 or 5 hours. You should be up and good to go. I understand your living situation previously was fluid.
It was a true itinerant academic living situation, that is true. And I did mean to talk to you about my stipendium and honorarium of the institution.
Naturally. Well, in the interim, of course, we would like you to have everything you need. So, to that end, we would like to give you access to premium accommodation, courtesy of the school, of course. At least until the event, and then you can search out your own accommodation should it not prove satisfactory. And then I would say, Pyotr, that the premium accommodation that he's referring to is usually given to either very high-ranking professors in the school, with a lot of tenure, or to visiting dignitaries basically to the school. So this is the bougie of bougie. This is a condo that he's basically offering to let you stay in.
How proper that would be most acquiesceable. I thank you very much, and as soon as I am done here, I will make my way to I believe I know where it is. It's in the Promenade District. Is that correct?
No. I'm perhaps.
Oh, just a jape.
Just a jape. Quite a jape. Oh, yes, very, very jolly. What fun folly we engage in, we academics. No.
Truly, we are the font of folly and wit.
Truly, yes. Well, no, not in the Promenade District. No, this is right here on campus. You should know the way. It is kind of in the...
Oh, I'm well acquainted. I've spent many an evening staring through the windows. In any event, that would be fantastic.
Wonderful. Further good news. We would like to start a curriculum about historical astroeconomics here at the Usagicity, and we would like you to head the program.
But of course, it's my life's goal to imbue the younger generation with the fundamentals of the principles of historical astronomics.
Of course.
May the yield curve be ever upwards. As I always said in chapters 4, 6, 14, 73.2, 73.3, 114, 569, 1,402. There's a lot of twos in that one.
No,
Many
for sure,
twos.
yes.
There's so many twos. The twos go ever onward.
No, a lot of the critics are talking about how great it was, how many O's you put
In the two. It was weird because it was all in digits up until the 2. And
exactly.
then it was written with
you
lots of O's.
spelled that one out specifically, yes. No, yes, absolutely.
Mayor Kerr.
It's funny too because all the other chapters are 1 page, and chapter 1402 goes on for millions of pages.
He goes, yes.
Guys, why am I on this podcast? Why am I even here?
I just said Mayor Curvy Ever Upwards is also a folder on Pyotr's.
It's a folder on his computer and also just an Amazon Prime pre-order.
And it's on Amazon Prime.
Yeah, the dean, you're starting to open your eyes now and you realize, you are kind of in an outpatient kind of area of the hospital. You can see the dean standing there by you looking like kind of very excited. And he just says, well, of course, we couldn't have you teach a program at the school just as undergraduate. So let us know what you're thinking for the curriculum, Dr. Pyotr Maitland.
Okay, wait, pause for a second. I'm an undergraduate and a doctor.
Not anymore. You're not undergraduate anymore.
Oh my god!
It's kind of
How
what
can
he's
I
implied.
not? Oh, I get the fucking reference.
Yeah.
We're not cutting this, are we?
You got
Esteemed Dean, I am so very pleased and gratified. And if I may say just a few words about the fundamentals of the principles of historical astroeconomic.
I strongly suspected you would. I cleared my afternoon.
It starts with supply, and it ends with demand. And in between, there is the great Satan, government intervention. And the government intervention truly distorts both the supply, and he puts out one hand and pauses for 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
As you begin to start speaking again, the dean wakes up because he falls asleep. Oh, God. Oh, yes. Of course.
And
Naturally. Supply and, yes.
the demand, and he puts his hand out on the other hand and knocks over a piss jug. Oh dear, that's what we call an oversupply.
No, it's okay. We'll have one of the grad students mop that up.
I mean, that's what they're there for. And my esteemed dean, I'd be very pleased to give some more details and the speech for the Maitland Library in 2 days' time. And until then, I am convalescing. I do need my rest, and I am, as always, quite pleased to see you.
Of course, rest is the tonic of the...
Pyotr presses the button for painkiller and just knocks himself the fuck out.
So Pyotr zoots himself into oblivion as the dean whispers sweet nothings. Okay. Yeah, we will leave Pyotr there. Dean? I love how much of season 2 has Alex just been like, I could be in a coma.
And it's too much power now that he has the ability to just be like, I check out of this scene.
Like I can act like a ripcord you can pull at any time. Hell yeah. Okay, fucking hell yeah. Let's leave Pyotr.
I was worried you were going to try to make me interact with the other cast members. Just fucking- nope.
Absolutely not. Let's leave Pyotr having his Zoot Suit riot, and we will find ourselves with Alastar in the alley. The Jesuit. Well, now you could probably assume he's a Jesuit, given that he said Jesuit words.
He did say the Jesuit.
He did say Jesuit words. We are Jesuits. Boop, 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 boop. That's their song.
The dance gives it away.
Love underground in a fiberglass truth.
Oh my God. Okay, well, that's the next ad. It's a Jesuit recruitment video for children. Anyway, so.
Jezzy Tales.
Just, oh my God.
Oh, so good.
Oh boy.
Well, fuck. All right.
That's too good.
I got to say, just as a random aside, with season 1.5, it was very difficult to surprise any of them with ads because they were all very good at like picking out like, oh yeah, that would be good. Like as just like improvisers, they're like, I could use that later. And so like, Brian, you should make an ad. I was like, was gonna, but
Stop
It's so
telling me.
cool to be told how much better the second family
they're
is.
not
It is,
better.
yeah.
Come
great.
on.
They're not better. That's not what I meant. But
Just smarter and better looking.
They're just
Fucking Mom Catherine is here feeding us all like oats and gruel because there's no money for the family. And
they wanted to
children are
go
just
to
looking-
Disney. I just want you to imagine how much fun they had at Disney. Okay, no.
it's
Anyway.
really a gift to
It's
you.
really a gift to you when you think about it. So, Alastar, after the Jezzy Tale song was sung, the Jesuit is named Stephen with a V, is bleeding out in the alley, has lost consciousness, crucially. What are you doing?
So, for my reference, he's not dead yet.
It doesn't seem to be dead. He's not dead yet. Why did I always have precious about that? He's not dead yet, no.
Great. I'll clean off my sword and leave the alleyway then.
Okay. You just leaving him there?
Yeah.
All right.
Don't see any reason not to. Does it seem like a particularly busy alleyway?
No. You've ducked in. You're kind of like, you're just off of the Usagicity campus. There is like a lot of traffic around, but there's not a lot of like pedestrian traffic. There's a lot of like cars kind of going past and that kind of thing.
And I've never been here before, right?
To this specific part of Gate City, I imagine Alastar probably would have passed through Gate City maybe once or twice, but probably never to this specific part.
So, just for me to understand where I stand, I'm under the impression that my data center has been compromised.
Correct.
Would I know anywhere I can go to have a secure line of communication with Jax so I can clarify the situation? Or is this sort of me being untethered and I have to find my way around?
That's a great question. Make an intelligence check for me.
You could always go, Sumimasen! Where can I find a new phone?
I'm not a weeb.
That's like the fastest.
Yeah,
shut
fuck
down.
you, Catherine.
That's a success.
A success. Okay. You would know that there are kind of like various corpsec like drop sites that are kind of strategically placed throughout all of Gate City. A lot of them in the locks, but there is one here in the district. So the Usagicity is in, I want to say the Haven. Is that where we decided Usagicity was? I think so. Anyway,
Sure.
We're going to say that now. Usagicity is in the Haven as it has always been and always will be henceforth. In
If
the
I
name of
remember the
Sol,
map
amen.
correctly, it was like north of the locks. Just like one district removed.
Well, the Nexus Plaza is the next district over, and then there's the Gardens, which the university I don't think was there.
No.
There's literally nothing north of the locks, so your memory is flawed and
Yeah.
incompetent.
I mean,
Idiot.
yeah, that's fair. West. West of the locks.
Dumbass.
West of the locks.
Oh man, I'm coming in with a weird energy today, guys, and I just want to acknowledge that right now. I'm not going to do anything about it, but I just want to acknowledge. But anyway, so Usagicity in the Haven, you know that there is a corpsec, like a safe house essentially, which should have a means of communicating Jax safely. That being said, your data center buzzes. It looks like Jax is calling you.
I'm going to make sure I cross the street so I'm closer to the Usagicity,
Gotcha.
but still standing on the sidewalk close enough to traffic. And then I'll answer the data center.
Gotcha. So just kind of like the background noise.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, for sure. You pick up, and Jax just says,
Where the fuck have you been?
Navigating my way through the city.
Okay. Did you get the book?
No.
No. Okay. Here's how it looks to me, Alastar. You've lost a multi-million dollar fighter to a terrorist organization that we're trying to infiltrate. And you've now failed this objective that I've set for you.
and you get a message in the call, and it's specifically to you, but you can see it's the template for a burn notice. And when you know what that means is that as a member of Project 863, I might have called it Project 823 previously in the podcast, but it's Project 863. You know that you are basically kind of like a black ops agent for CorpSec.
Yeah.
If there is a burn notice, it means that they activate a lot of their assets to take you off the board.
Yeah.
And
it's just a template.
it's just the template.
I need that book, Alastar.
Do you? You see, Jax, it's wild to me that you're making these threats to someone who clawed their way back into servitude when I could have left, gone home. Never said I didn't know where the book was. Never said it wasn't in mind. Just said I didn't have it. Furthermore, someone so vehemently opposed to the Jesuits, why are they throwing your name out?
There must be a leak somewhere.
Yeah.
Go ahead and make a psychology check for me with a bonus dice.
No.
No?
Yeah.
There's something weird about the way he's saying that. I will say you're not sure if you believe Jax.
Yeah.
He says,
That's... of course, it's very concerning if they have insight into our organization, because imagine what they could do with an operative that's highly placed enough to know who I am.
Yeah. It's almost like there would be a reason for that operative not to be super forthcoming with his location or what he's doing to protect the organization. Wouldn't that be the case there, Jax?
That's exactly what I have written in this burn notice about you, Alastar.
Well,
Who has the book?
you know what? I appreciate the call. It's nice to know you care. I'm gonna make my way somewhere where I know there's secure communication. I'll reach out to you then. You can trust me to do a lot of things, including coming back to this organization and fighting tooth and nail to bring you information closer to your goal. I think you can trust me to cross a street or two to make sure that this communication is secure. This seems like priority information, not something you do over a phone call.
I look forward to hearing from you.
I'm sure you do.
then phone call disconnects.
I'm gonna toss my data center under a moving car in the middle of the street.
Same truck as
The same.
Whatever the noise was,
Same
that
truck
Pyotr's
as-
casket
Yeah.
made. It'll make the same thing. Before I head out anywhere, I'd like to hop into the Usagicity hospital to make sure Pyotr's getting taken care of. No one else is fucking doing it. He's 142 years old. He's been with these people for who knows how long. I'll make sure he's in good hands.
Okay. You go into the Usagicity hospital. Yep. You don't know, you're not like next of kin to Pyotr or anything like that. So how is Alastar trying to get a sense of where Pyotr is in the hospital?
Is there like a front desk I can go up
Yeah,
to?
absolutely, for sure.
Great. I'll approach. I assume there's multiple people there, or is it short staffed like most medical industries are these days?
Yeah, this is a capitalist dystopia, so it's 100%
yeah, there's a single
understaffed.
nurse, or
Yeah, for sure. Exactly.
Perfect. I'll go up to them. Hello. My name is Alastar. I dropped off a man by the name of Pyotr Maitland outside. He fell off the cab I was in. I'd like to just make sure he's okay.
Go ahead and make a persuade check, because it's not really, you're not lying.
No, I'm not very good at this. I'm better at scaring people. That's a fail.
You can see this very beleaguered looking nurse just kind of look up at you and say, "What's your relationship to Mr. Maitland?"
I piloted the ship that got him here.
So you're like his chauffeur?
Employee, sure.
Okay, well.
Also, unrelated, I've read his works. I'm familiar with them.
Yeah, a lot of people have read his works now. It's been spread everywhere.
Yeah.
Okay, give me a minute.
Thank you.
And she picks up the phone, and a little phone rings in your bedside table, Pyotr, and it wakes you up out of your drug nap.
Oh, goodness. And I pick up the phone and I go, Dr. Maitland speaking. And then I do a little self-satisfied smug smile to myself.
Doctor, okay. Sorry, this is the front desk of the hospital. We have, what was your name again?
Alastar.
Alastar. We have an Alastar here to see you.
I'm not doing autographs at the moment, but I'm happy to speak to anyone for a brief period of time. Just let me know I'm not doing autographs.
He says he's not doing autographs.
That's fine. I hate his book. It's full of nonsense. Did you do the math?
He said
Doesn't make
that
sense.
it's fine. He hates your book. It's full of nonsense. Did you do the math? Sorry, I missed that last part.
No, just do the math. Do the homework.
Just do the math, do the homework is what he says.
I see we have a confused student here. Well, office hours are always open, so please send him up. I'm nothing if not committed.
Yeah. Okay.
Go.
She just hangs up on you, and she gives you, Alastar, the room number.
Pyotr keeps talking about the importance of educating the younger generation for several minutes into the dead phone.
I believe there's like fully a dial tone as well.
And he keeps going, excuse me, I'm speaking here.
Just before I head up, I'll ask the person at front desk, sorry, do you have any medical grade lubricant? He just prefers it. It's his homeostasis, you could say. He enjoys being lubed up, says it helps his brain.
He's actually in burn gel right now, which I imagine is very similar.
You can see...
Healthcare professionals, get at us at thestarsoftheright@gmail.com. Is
Similar,
burn gel different than lube? And
Are
if
they
so,
interchangeable?
Yeah.
I mean, it's just icy hot, right?
Asking for a me.
We
they have
asking the hard
flavors
questions. Yeah, do they
burn
have
gel?
flavored burn gel? Guys, merch idea.
What if you burn the roof of your mouth?
Oh.
Friction burn.
Okay, moving on.
The medical professional just stares at you blankly for a moment and then just goes back to typing on her computer.
Worth the shot.
For $4.32 an hour.
Yeah,
Oof.
exactly.
Tough.
Exactly.
Well, I'll go up to the room where Pyotr is.
All right, Pyotr, you come out of your drug stupor.
Pyotr has done his best to arrange his books and his glasses and his entire medical setup to look professorial. The many patched tweed jacket is kind of draped over his shoulders. His bedpan is artfully hidden behind some books.
Make an appearance check for me.
Oh, fuck you.
Okay, you know what? If you don't want to make appearance, make credit rating check for me.
No, I'll make an appearance check.
Credit rating.
Oh, no. So, unsurprisingly, that's a fail on an appearance check for Pyotr.
So, you walk in.
Yeah.
And the tweed jacket is singed and covered in lube and covered in smoke. And Pyotr himself is looking gaunt with his hospital robe that I want to say has not only come undone at the back, but has started to ride up the side and is just it's not revealing anything, but he obviously hasn't noticed, and he's holding a very silly pose that he obviously thinks makes him look smart.
It kind of looks like draw me like one of your French girls, but in
Oh,
reverse.
yeah.
Like I'm facing away from you and then just like looking back over my shoulder.
Yeah, reverse French girl. We've all seen it.
Yeah, the reverse French girl. It's a classic position. Doctor.
Ah, I remember you.
I would hope
Allison?
so. Yeah, Allison Brand.
Ah, and how are you, miss?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Oh, well, I've been better, but I'm recuperating, and I appreciate all of your assistance, and I know it's from a devoted student, and...
Yeah, no one's going to walk in here, say you like that, and say to themselves, I could fuck that.
Well, I mean, that's not really what I'm going for these days. I have achieved academic immortality.
So you're saying you're a virgin?
That's neither here nor there. And first, Nikola Tesla was a virgin, I think.
And yet he
I'm pretty
celebrated.
Sure. As am I. Maybe it was Newton. I think Newton was a virgin.
Well, I tried to ask them to bring you more lube so you could relax.
I'm pretty sure Elon Musk was a virgin.
Based on the historical records.
Based on the historical records.
I'm fairly certain he had a child that he named after some weird
So
thing.
they say. So they say.
But
children.
that's beside the point. Are you taken care of here? Are you happy here?
I'm happiest when working on my studies, but I am well taken care of here, and the flesh is catching up to the mind.
So you're degrading rapidly.
This is just a verbal offense and defense right now.
I think the grading is taken care of by the grad students. I'm above that at this point, but I'm quite comfortable. Thank you very much, and good day, sir.
Well,
Miss.
so far it's been a bit of a weird... You arrived here by sliding off the top of a taxi cab, right?
It is the destination that matters, and not the journey. The most important lesson of academia.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how you got there.
That explains a lot about your approach to things.
All I'm saying is, if you want to get into a grad school, just do whatever you have to. Trust me. Just, he stares you in the eyes. Do whatever it takes.
I think that choice of life path is on a different wavelength from the one I've chosen.
That is fair. Not everyone can withstand the rigors of academia. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have some thinking and some research and some rest to do.
I think it would be better if you left the thinking to the professionals.
But I am a professional, sir. Did you not see the doctor on Maitland? And he points to the end of the bed on the chart where written in crayon is doctor in front of Pyotr Gaius Maitland.
What color crayon?
It's fucking yellow. It's barely discernible.
No, see, the only reason I saw that is because it resembles the handwriting that you used to write the last chapter of the book, 1002. That was a choice.
Genius is hard to come by, my friend. It is truly hard to come by, and it's even harder to transcribe.
Well, if I ever find it, I'll let you know where to go so you can see it yourself.
That is fair. That is fair. I would appreciate that. Hey, would you come here for a moment?
No. You smell bad. Your ass is out. You're wearing a burnt jacket. And you're writing in crayon on public property. Think I'll keep my distance.
All right, then. Well, would you close the door and maybe scan the room for listening devices quickly?
Sure.
Am I in a public ward or a private room?
You're
Are
in
there
a
just like 9 other people here? Like there's someone actively dying in the corner?
I was gonna say you're in a private room, but it's way funnier.
Lines of bed.
There is 100%. There are 8 other people in this room. And the woman across from you is obviously like regrowing a limb that's been blown off. And she's just staring daggers at you like, some of us are trying to sleep.
You have the smallest left leg I have ever seen. And it's growing from your torso.
I'm so sorry, ma'am. He's just, he's out of lube.
Allison, come here. Please, I have something important to tell you.
I'm going to close the blinds to the regrowth lady. So
The leg still sticks out the blinds.
slide those closed.
You don't close Pyotr's blinds, you close everyone else's blinds.
He doesn't want to get that close.
No, I'm going to keep a wide distance from Pyotr. I'll step a bit closer in the process of closing off the blinds of the 8 other people in this very public room.
Alastar, did you get to the end of chapter 1402?
I read your whole study, man.
So you know about the yield curve.
I've read the whole study, man.
And you know about the yield curve on the triumvirate. The rulers.
Yeah.
And you know that it inverts in 50 years.
Yeah.
He tries his best to like grab your collar and pull you close.
I'll just, as you reach up to frailly grab, I'll just put my hand. Put my hand and push it to the side.
That's fair enough. As long as he touches your hand, he goes, "We're living with the damned, Alastar. This is the fall." And he goes, boop, and he hits himself with some more morphine. Yeah, the morphine falls the fuck asleep.
You dick. Make a con check.
Sure. God. Oh, shit, that's an 8. Fuck you.
So that means you stay awake.
Yeah, that means that it didn't work.
You've started to develop an immunity to this fucking morphine. And you can see Pyotr lean back and like close his eyes, like, and then they open again, and he's trying to like squint as if he's trying to go to sleep on his amazing blow line, but he can't quite do it.
And there's a timer before he can do the next one.
Yeah,
So I
exactly.
look at the light, which is like no longer red on the button. I'm like, well, shit.
No.
Anyways, questions?
Just taking you in. I feel like you need a few walk-away one-liners in your life.
I'm just going to close my eyes now. And if you could just.
Yeah,
leave,
no,
that would
I'll
be-
just walk away.
Yeah, no, but seriously, we're living among the damned. The whole thing's going to fall apart in like the next half decade. Or next half century, maybe. There's a range.
Yeah. Believe it or not, I'm trying to help make things a little better. Your book did not enlighten me.
Would it be like better fall aparty or better not fall aparty? Look, man, the whole thing's fucked. It's irreparably fucked.
Make the fall aparty hurt a little bit less for the people who care.
What an interesting idea. Didn't think of that.
Yeah. You don't think a lot based on your book.
Well, I feel that's unfair. I wrote a lot.
Yeah. So the caricature artists. They're not known for the words. It's more about the drawings, you
If
know?
you're talking about the great Ben Garrison, I just have to say.
I think you're more of a Dr. Seuss.
Oh.
That's way better than Ben Garrison.
I know.
Oh,
You just
thank
don't
you.
apply yourself, you know?
Is season 2 like the mean season? Is that what we're doing? We're all just like mean girling each other.
Alastar's not nice.
Alastar, I have a speech in 2 days. I'd like you to be there. Maybe I can answer some of your questions as well as my own.
Are you sure you want to be in the public format delivering a speech?
He reaches up and tries to grab your collar again, and this time, yeah, just fucking waxes off again.
It's just like the slowest, like, no.
No.
It's important, Alastar. I know your name, and I want you to be there.
Do you think that's wise, man?
Pyotr desperately looks at the button to see if it's red again.
Make a luck check.
That's a fail.
It isn't.
Well, shit. Yes, I think it's a good idea if you could be there.
Pyotr, you don't just become academically famous overnight. You think...
Au
there-
contraire, mon frère.
Not your
I-
brother.
Contraire, mon.
Au pair.
What is going on?
Au contraire, mon au pair. I assume you've babysat children by the scars on your face.
I do have younger siblings, yeah. No,
That's what I thought.
Pyotr, I'm fairly educated. There are people like yourselves who spent their entire lives in academia. If you step up onto an unguarded stage in a university that's been previously shot up by terrorists, to talk about your work, which is predominantly nonsense, similar, I'm worried about your health and safety. I just want to leave you with that. And I don't think I want to endanger myself by being near you when it could fall apart very quickly.
Then watch the vid screen, good sir. And if you are worried about my health and safety, I'll remind you I'm here in the intensive care unit because of self-inflicted lube bath burns to the body.
I know.
It can't get much worse now, can it?
You could die.
And if I could speak truth to power, just once, would all be worth it. Picture the look on their faces when I tell them it's all going to shit.
I can, you know.
It's kind of the vague confusion. It kind of looks like constipation is what I'm saying, you know?
You mean like the
It's a
person...
constipation of the mind. Yes, it looks like the lady regrowing the leg. Yeah, same look.
It's
Same look. Is
It's
what I'm
not
saying.
great to look at.
Anyways, I'm going to try to press this button.
No,
again,
no.
even if
Why
it's
don't
not
you
red. I just
Again, I'll give you an out here. Just close your eyes and I'll walk away.
Oh, that's good. This
Yeah,
has been far too much exposition.
yeah,
Like way too much.
yeah. Pyotr?
I'm closing my eyes.
Yeah. Good luck, man.
Honk shoe.
I'll walk away.
I like how desperately Alex was trying to edit that scene. I kept being like, no. Like, no. Okay. Yeah. You walk away, Alastar. We're going to leave you there briefly as you are leaving the hospital.
If you go back to Pyotr right now, I'm going to punch you in the fucking face.
Pyotr.
Fuck you.
Also, I'm so sorry. Alastar is so mean.
Oh, please don't apologize.
Glade and Juno, as you guys get out of the fuck your life taxi, you are in the gardens.
Say it correctly.
Fuck your life taxi. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, bada bing.
Bada bang. Dumb idiot. We pull up outside the house. You guys notice that there seems to be some activity from within the house. Seems like there are people in there.
Sorry, is
Audience,
Faith
wait for
just,
buffering.
is Faith just drastically swiping on some
I
type
am
of dating app?
swiping to try and find my character sheet. Okay.
Who the fuck's in your house?
I don't know.
Because record-wise, not been a good person.
Right. Shall we... And she reaches for her gun.
Oh my god.
Oh, hell yeah.
I don't know. Maybe this is a mistake.
No, and I'd rather have you with me if I'm going to do this, so
Oh no.
cover my 6, Glade. And she walks towards the door.
Like gun out.
Gun, like, kind of at her side, but definitely holding the gun.
Hell yeah.
Glade stands where she is. And
Uh,
kind of is a little bit on alert, but is also like, oh my god, this is a joke.
Steven, your cab driver, leans out of the cab and just goes, hey, it's going to be 35 credits. Bada bing.
And I need you to sign this video release.
Bada bing.
Glade pulls out her goddamn fucking woman. Fuck. And scans her
Ding.
card to pay.
And he goes, missed the big shot all of a sudden. Fuck your life. And you hear it as he drives away. She's like, forget about it.
That's coming from the engine.
That's the engine noises. Yeah, exactly.
So he's like, this is why I became a driver. Fuck.
I'm never doing that again. Can I make a... Sorry. I forget there's for a whole system that's made about investigation that there's not an investigate skill.
There's not an
in it?
investigate spell.
Ridiculous.
You could do listen, spot hidden. What are you trying to do?
Yeah, maybe more say what you want to do, and then we can determine what best suits
Can
it.
I do
Precisely.
I want to get up to the door holding my gun very like Charlie's Angels style.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
And put my ear up to the door to see if I can hear anything.
Okay, make a listen check.
Oh, baby. That is an extreme success. I got a 5.
Okay, on an extreme motherfucking hell-ass success, it sounds like multiple footsteps from within the house. Nobody seemed to like trying to hide anything. Like nobody's like sneaking around your house necessarily.
Fucking dad.
You hear
Oh, it's my fucking dad.
the voice of Gabriel
Oh,
Angevin.
fuck off.
Shoot him.
Cab!
Fuck your life.
Juno runs out onto the street again. Nope, we are not doing that today. No, we will shower somewhere else. It'll be fine. No. And she starts just walking onto the street.
Jesus Christ. Glade reaches out and like grabs her and like pulls her back.
For sure.
What?
Gabriel's in there.
Who the fuck is Gabriel?
Gabriel
Was your boyfriend?
my father.
Oh. Daddy issues, huh?
Normally, I would disagree with you, but he has a way about him, and I don't need him seeing me like this. Anyway. So now we're
Okay.
just throwing dice.
Brian and I are just rolling dice on the floor.
We're just having our own game.
Does he hear me on the street?
Continue your scene.
So what?
All I heard is dice roll, and you go, oh.
Went full Gaston.
So you don't want to see your daddy?
You have to understand that he has a lot of power, and he represents a lot in this universe.
Yeah. He's another rich fucking prick.
My father and mother are both very successful.
Mm-hmm.
Gabriel, who I knew was coming here, and we did try to steal his ship, but he was a lawyer with TepCorp, and now he's an assemblyman of the United Soul Council. He has a lot of influence, and I use it to my advantage, but I don't particularly like being around him because he's kind of a dick.
Huh.
Now he's poking around I guess it's his apartment, but there are things in there I'd wish he wouldn't see. And I don't particularly want to see him either.
Like what?
I think we should go.
The door.
Fucking knew it.
He rolled a 9.
Awesome.
The door opens, and you just hear, Juju?
Daddy! Oh, hello! Excuse my appearance. I was, entertaining some of our local politicians.
You're covered in lube and you have a gun.
I mean, that sounds pretty political to me.
Correct, yeah.
Well, you know how it is.
I've never met this woman. I've never met this woman in my life. It's I don't know where she came from.
Just, Juju, come inside at once. Come inside at once.
Yes, father. And she grabs Glade by the wrist.
Wait a minute.
Starts going inside. I need backup. And she eyes her gun again.
Let me go.
No, I am not doing this alone.
Glade kind of struggles to.
Are you gonna let her bring you inside?
Or do we do
What's
rollies?
Gabriel doing?
Gabriel is kind of standing there. He looks like exasperated. He's kind of moved aside and like gestured to the open door like, get inside, get inside. He's still standing on the porch.
Would Glade know at all who Gabriel is, aside from what Juno's kind of said?
Go ahead and make an intelligence check for me.
That's an extreme success.
An extreme success. Gabriel Angevin is something like his daughter, or maybe, whatever the chicken egg scenario is here, something of a controversial figure. Very popular primary assemblyman. Many assemblymen have ties to kind of like sole supremacist organizations, especially primaries. Gabriel is one of the ones who's kind of dog whistled the most openly to these groups. Very popular, very well known. You definitely would have seen Gabriel Angevin in the news feeds at some point.
How much of a grip does Juno have on Glade?
Let's do rollies.
Okay.
Are you guys just going to do straight up rollies, or are you rolling an opposed skill?
Let's do strength.
Opposed strength?
Yeah.
Sure.
And then whoever fails dies.
Strong as fuck.
Okay, well, one of my percentile dice launched itself off the table, but I can tell you it's going to be a 60-something, and my strength is 45. So,
right.
What did you get, Leah?
A 3.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'd like to say, Juno, you've been through a lot. Juno is like, imagine, keeps herself like pretty fit. It's got a reasonably strong grip. You grip onto Glade's wrist and you go to step forward, and then you just stop as if you have grabbed like a wall. Just like, Glade, what are you doing?
I'm not going in there with him.
Fine. I imagine he's gesturing to me. Get in.
Yeah, increasingly impatiently.
I have to go. I have to go. And she lets go of your wrist and walks inside. But like looking at you pleadingly.
Glade, everything in her head telling her to like walk away. Cause like, fuck these people. Doesn't like them. What they stand for. What they do. But in her mind also fighting against Juno for whatever reason. Still wanting to stand by her side after everything that's happened. And thinking about she can't remember the last time someone hugged her. And so feeling somewhat satisfied that she's not getting pulled in the situation, she's choosing it herself, vehemently walks behind Juno and follows her.
That was me. That was the noise I made with my body. Yay!
A pterodactyl flies by.
A pterodactyl, and it's so happy. Amazing. You...
And Petrie on ecstasy.
Petrie. You two enter the building with Gabriel. As you enter, Gabriel just yells, "Everybody out! I need to talk to my daughter." And he brings you to the kitchen.
Glade kind of looks around like, oh, what the fuck?
I look at Glade.
A very old man like walks very slowly towards the exit.
What are you doing? What is this?
Pyotr is not here.
I'm walking slowly. So,
And then a taxi driver comes through and goes, "I'm walking here."
Or it just comes crashing through the front. Hey, fuck you live, dumb idiot. Fuck yourself. Anyway.
Forget about it.
Fever dreams aside, all of the help vacates the premises.
Do you see Glade start to like kind of back up confused, like,
You're supposed to stay here. I need you.
He said everyone but you.
Gabriel, father, I have somebody who has to stay here with us. They will not be a problem. I promise.
Are you like a mime or something?
oh, fuck.
Look, whatever. You have a performance artist in tow. I don't care.
Yes.
Juju,
Yes.
you have been gone for weeks.
It was not my plan.
Did you even stop to think, Juju, about how that would affect my career? Do you know how much I put on the line to get you everything that you have here? The house, to get you the speech, speeches with all of the Reapers to get you that speech that you made such a mess of at the Shinjitsu Memorial.
I remember, Father.
Juju, I'm on track to join the Triumvirate.
I know, Father.
You know. Okay, so what is this behavior? What is this irresponsibility? You're disappearing for weeks.
I didn't want to be out here. I have been exiled to this shit place. I wanted to go home, closer to Seoul, where I am respected, where I am not just somebody's dog. I admit I made mistakes, but I was hunted and killed, and not even because they cared about my status.
What do you mean hunted and killed? What are you talking about? Juju, what happened?
There is more going on. I don't fully understand it, but the church is not okay. And I intend to change that. It is what I stand for, and I have made some poor decisions, but I will change it. I've seen how selfish behavior can hurt those most vulnerable here, and how our work can help the less fortunate.
Juno. And he just kind of like rubs his hands over his eyes. I thought we were through this. You went through the schooling, and I thought we were through your little rebellious phase. I have so much work to do here, Juno. And he walks over to the kitchen counter, and you can see there are some fresh carrots, some fresh vegetables, which actually for Glade, this is like quite a sight. And he pulls one out, and he pulls a knife from the knife block. Juno, can you make a sanity check for me, please?
Yeah. 11.
Ooh.
I don't know what that means.
I know. It'll take
gotta
me
be
a
a success.
second to... It has to be a success. It has to be a
No, it's
success.
an 11-year-old Scotch.
This is the Scotch cast.
Everyone's partners is leaving them in the background, just like that one YouTube video where the guy reviews Scotch and his wife leaves him in the background.
Right.
Yeah, it's a hard success.
A hard success.
That podcast was?
Yeah. No, that was a hard success, but I also had a hard success.
Okay. You only take 1 point of sanity damage then, as he begins quartering this carrot with the knife, and this kind of like the meaty chopping noises. All of a sudden, you flash back to Percy, lying on the living room floor, leaking his brains onto your beautiful rugs.
I imagine the floors are hardwood.
Underneath, yeah.
Underneath?
Absolutely. For sure.
And when blood stains hardwood, it changes its color. And so from underneath one of these rugs that's partially covering where he died and where the blood was spilled, you can see just the edge of a little pool, just slightly lighter than the rest of it, where it was my cleaners, or Juno's cleaners, attempted to scrub it away.
Blade's cleaner.
Blade's cleaner?
It is, yeah, that's how you had the contact initially. As you are kind of like focused on this spot, there's this weird pulsing of your perspective, and your father's words just kind of fade, and this little change in the pattern and the color of the hardwood seems to jump out and then all of a sudden fade, and you're not even sure you're looking at the right spot, and then it jumps out again. You can't believe that no one else has seen it, and then it fades again. Finally, you come back. Gabriel is just staring at you. Well?
I believe I may be concussed.
How did you get concussed? Oh, Juno. It's election season, okay? I need to start campaigning now.
Then campaign, and I will stay out of your way and out of the spotlight if that's where you need me to be.
Juju.
Father.
He's quartered this carrot, and then he takes all 4 pieces and is holding them in his hand and starts eating them, not offering any to anyone, obviously. And he just, well, it's good to hear you've come to your senses at the very least. There's an event that I need you to get some FaceTime at. I can't make it. I have a lot to do here in Gate City. There's some, I don't know, whatever backwater university thing they have here. They're opening a new wing of their library. I need you to go and, I don't know, show your face there. Can you do that?
Yes, Father, I can do that.
Oh, thank you, Juju. I'm sorry you've had a hard time. And then he just kind of takes another bite of his carrot. And he just says, I have a dinner to go to. My driver should be here shortly. And then he looks over at Glade. So is this your bodyguard? Is this I don't know, is this like it's like a performance piece? I don't understand what's going on here. Is this an art student?
I think Glade, does a bit of looks away.
This is a friend of mine, a good friend of mine. They help me. You should be thankful for them and appreciative that they stick by me.
Mm-hmm.
They will make sure nothing goes wrong at this event.
Okay. Yeah. Great.
Father, while I may not be in the right graces to ask a favor, I have another friend who may be looking for some information. They were once in the military, and they have some questions about the process and when they were discharged. If I am able to keep my nose squeaky clean, are you able to set up or point me in the direction or introduce me to someone who may have answers?
What is the question? Juju, you always do this. What is this? You're wandering around. What do you want? What do you want?
Well, wandering around, who talks like a politician, Father? Who taught me
any
best?
criticism, like any particularly valid criticism, perhaps, it just seems to like he's like listening with half an ear, basically.
It's a client of mine. I can't legally divulge too much, but I do believe that if I were to get some insight from where they are coming from, we could make a major breakthrough, and it is possibly in TepCorp's interest.
Then you can see him, all of a sudden he's switched back on. What do you mean?
It involves somebody who worked on and may have influence with gate security and expansion.
You realize this might be a particularly noteworthy event for Juno. You have Gabriel's full attention. Spell it out, Juno. Spit it out. What do you mean?
I have learned through client confidentiality, Father, of some events that could be scandalous, and I would like to nip them in the bud. Client confidentiality.
You can see him, he's just like focused on you. Logistical question.
Mm-hmm.
What has Juno done with the book?
She still has the book on her, and it's just tucked under robes.
Okay.
I have a gun!
This is the Patricide podcast. Fucking Alex just dove over the table so he could snoop my dice roll.
What is your dice roll?
Don't worry about it. You can see him just kind of like look you up and down and then give me the name. What's the name? Who do you need the discharge papers for? Is that what you're interested in?
Yes. I can't recall. And she looks at Glade. I don't recall right now, but I could look at my files, but not now, and I could get them to you if you need them. But he went by lift. Should be nothing to you. Don't peek behind the screen.
And he goes, Sidar Kanto.
How do you know Sidar Kanto?
How do you know Sidar Kanto?
I feel like Glade at his name would need to roll for something.
Did you not know him as lift as Sidar Kanto?
No, like lift when he said lift.
Oh, yeah.
For sure. Would you like to make a sanity check?
Sure.
And if you fail, I get to set you on fire in real life.
Amazing. Oof. Oh, fuck. That's a failure.
A failure. Go ahead and roll D3 for me.
Eat 1,000 gummy worms.
Made of glass.
A D3. Oh, yes. Okay.
So, yeah, that'd be three.
You take 3 points of sanity damage.
Oh, fuck.
As there is this memory of almost watching yourself standing there in the narrow passageway in Gizenshaw Station, watching Lift bleed out, your sword, or the knife, I guess, the blade, still sticking out of your arm before turning around and heading back to the ship. And whatever remorse or terror that Glade might have been feeling in that moment, the mask was not feeling. And there was this memory of cold. And in this moment, there are 2 options available to Glade. Face the storm of guilt and pain. That's option 1. Option 2.
Glade, you don't have to feel a thing. Glade.
Option 3.
I'm making scissoring gestures.
Grabs Juno's hands.
dad.
Just-
Scissor Juno's dad. Scissor Juno's dad.
Can I make a spot hidden to see if Juno turns to look at Glade and notices that she's like...
Make a psychology check, actually.
Okay.
Or psychoanalysis.
That's a extreme success psychoanalysis.
Hot damn. As you are having this kind of like quiet, tense standoff moment, the hairs on the back of your neck kind of stand up. And then just this little echo in the back of your mind. I'm sorry, Juno. And you turn and you look at Glade, who just has this total look of dissociation on her face. What are you doing?
In the middle of her conversation with Gabriel, she turns around and steps away from him and almost touches Glade's hand and tries to kind of almost touch it. And she's kind of trying to sandwich her hand sandwich Glade's hand in between her two, almost like this just body language asking if it's okay to touch her. There's a shower upstairs. I think it's best if you clean yourself off and wash yourself of all of this.
Glades was very wide eyes, darts, and looks directly into Juno's.
Juno nods.
And books it out of there.
To the shower or out of the house?
Out of the kitchen.
Okay.
And Glade heads upstairs.
Okay.
Looking for the shower.
Turning back to Gabriel. I know you have deep ties, Father, but Sidar Kanto was a friend of mine, a client, who became friendly. He was very friendly. And he needs help. / he is in a vulnerable position where he is starting to remember things that could be...
Alex is just giving confused dog face.
Juno is trying to bullshit her father into thinking that Sidar Kanto is still alive.
Mm-hmm.
She's explaining to Alex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
He'll catch up.
Okay.
Bold of you to assume.
Sidar Kanto was a client of mine, and he needs help because he's in a vulnerable position, and he's starting to remember things he shouldn't that could be harmful. If I can understand more about his position and help massage the truth for him, we may be able to avoid another scandal. Heaven forbid Carmel gets a hold of any of this.
He just rolls his eyes. He says, Carmel's off the board. Don't worry about Carmel. And he just kind of like sighs and just like rubs his eyes. Did he tell you anything? Go ahead and make a fast talk check for me.
Oh, hell yeah, no, there is not enough luck in the world for that one.
Ding-a-ding-a-dargan.
Burn, fast talk. What did you roll? Was it a critical fumble?
No, but it's still a 73. 73.
It's a 73.
Forget about it.
Oh, 73.
Fuck your life.
Fuck your life. I'm an idiot.
When Catherine's nervous, she turns bright red and just cycles through accents.
He looks you up and down with this kind of like piercing gaze And he just goes, "What did he tell you, Juju?"
Can I use being concussed here?
Yeah, roll being concussed.
Yeah. Roll brain damage. Go.
Go on. Go on.
Sorry,
It has to be a 1 or a 2, and the rest of the numbers you don't understand.
It's like,
I also have to create the mechanic for the thing I wanted.
Have you ever been concussed?
Maybe I don't remember.
You would know.
That is, yeah. You want to roll to not be able to look at bright lights?
Do you ever go to sleep 15 and wake up 17?
Yeah. Do you want to roll
Would this
for
be like a
don't let
fast
your
talk?
child sleep for the next 12 hours?
Yeah, I'll sleep it off.
What? So what are you thinking? You
Shot
want to
football game.
use being concussed?
Just for general confusion. So then he may believe that I cannot remember.
Okay.
I realize I'm asking for things I have very few skill points in.
Yeah.
Thought I should have thought about that before.
I think
persuade?
Anthropology.
because persuade is for things that are legit. Anthropology
I know.
is
As soon as I started to
for-
lie, I was like, well, fuck.
And I feel like anthropology is for whatever
Sounds like fast.
nonsense cockamamie plan Alex has cooked up.
Yep.
Yep.
But
Note that for the future, dear listener.
yeah, that's you can contact Chaosium. They'll agree with you.
But what if I just shoot him?
I will say,
Shh, never mind. I didn't say that.
yeah, I think that would have influenced the fast talk roll.
Okay.
Are you really leaning? If you're leaning into concussed, I'll let you make one more fast talk check, just straight roll, but that would be it. And I'm going to constitute this as a pushed roll. So if you fail, you get the sense that like Gabriel is immediately picking up that you know something that you shouldn't.
Push it.
Push it.
Push it real. Push it.
This is Catherine's nightmare.
It is. I
Do it.
yeah. That's exactly.
Use the power of the dark side.
I need you to know
That was great.
that my
That's really good.
my fast talk is low,
Yep. Like shouty.
but
So she says this real slow.
Juno would be pushing this.
Oh, fuck you all. That was way better than you gave it credit for.
I didn't understand the joke.
Fast talk. You said it real slow. Come on.
Just take the L, dude.
I'm stressed out, okay? I'm talking to my dad. He's mean. I'm lying to him. It's all things I'm terrible at.
Sounds kind of nice.
The Glade standard is very different.
Imagine
While
being
still
able to
being
talk
able to
to your dad.
Holy shit.
Imagine being able to talk to your dad.
Oh my God.
That's crazy.
Oh, we'll get
And
there.
a speech that doesn't start with poor Yorick.
Jesus.
Oh, fuck.
Fucking
Damn.
good
Leave
God.
Hamlet out of this.
Yeah, you leave Hamlet alone.
I'm pushing it.
All right, push the shit out of that.
I got worse. I got a 2. I got fucking worse of a roll. I got a 73 before it. I got a 75 this time.
God damn.
God damn.
Juno.
She just she's staring straight at Gabriel, and then he sees her eyes flick down to the carpet and then flick back up at him.
Gabriel is not somebody who has ever really had to do the dirty work for himself. And this is, I'm not going to make you roll for this. This just is a realization that Juno is having kind of in this moment. Gabriel follows your gaze and he looks back up to you and you kind of like, you meet your gaze at the same time and you realize in that moment that he's not picked up on the significance. And there's this little bit of flashback to any time that Juno ever kind of got away with a lie, maybe the first time that Juno got away with a lie to her parents. But you can see him just tilt his head to the side and just look down to where you see there is a slight bulge where the book is poking from under your robes. Thankfully, hiding your massive erection. Alex and Tom were just pointing at each other making goober faces. So I might as well fucking acknowledge it.
We were so ready to cover that up.
No, I got it. You can see his eyes kind of track to it. And then he just says, Juju, what have you gotten yourself into?
I didn't get myself into anything. The hounds that lurk around my churches, these jackals that convince and pull lost souls out of my doors, they hurt me, Father. They hurt your girl, and I want answers.
You can see his eyes go wide. He just turns around and he pounds his fist on the counter. Oh, Juju, you weren't ever supposed to find out about that. And we'll leave you two in the house for now. Alastar.
Yeah.
What are you doing? What are you even doing?
Fucking walking through a hospital. Like, I don't know. I'm going to try and make my way toward the safe zone. The whatever it's called.
Corpsec safe house?
Yeah. To try and use a more secure communication to get in contact with Jax.
Okay. You roll navigation.
Alex, stay in your fucking lane.
He's trying to find his way out of a hospital. He has to roll navigation.
No, listen, here's how we're going to do this.
Yeah.
I just had an idea. Could you roll navigation?
Right.
What a great and original idea, Brian.
You know what? You're right. I deserve that praise.
Brian's the best.
Yeah.
The funny thing is I do have points on navigation.
Actually? What kind of fucking psychopath are you? Have points in navigation?
I'm a pilot,
I'm
man.
sorry, Mr. Accounting and Anthropology. Like, is that an unreasonable skill to have?
I'm a pilot. I need to navigate. That being said, no one can navigate a modern hospital. I failed the check.
You failed the check. So
you end up in cardiology.
Shit.
I'm going to say approximately 3.5 hours later, and you make your way out of the hospital. And
into the wrong parking lot.
It's an underground parking garage, and there's no elevator in sight. You
die of starvation.
Alex, for fuck's
down.
sake, we gave you one shot, and I swear to fucking God. You.
Okay, to the one nurse who listens to this, tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong.
Boy's in a flow state.
So,
Alex, our keeper, do you want to continue?
oh my God, don't encourage it. You make your way to this safe house. As you kind of enter, it's in a pretty crowded, kind of like almost like a tenement building. Maybe like 5 or 6 floors. This is up on like the 4th floor with one of the only units on this floor that has access to the fire escape. And you know that's kind of by design. Like Corpsec safe houses are designed to have many points of egress.
Egress. Yeah.
Egress, thank you. Egress. You enter this flat. It's obviously incredibly sparsely furnished. And you look around and you realize, there is kind of like a false countertop. So you feel over it and you kind of apply the pressure in just the right way, and a little data center appears as the countertop opens. Turn it on, and you know this should be theoretically secure.
I'd like to reach out to Jax, let him know that I've reached the safe house in the Haven district of Gate City, just to let him know where I'm at. And what I'm really looking for here is if this comes as some sort of surprise.
Are you calling Jax or are you texting?
Text.
Okay. You send that through. There is a thumbs up emoji. Gets sent through. And He starts texting. He says, you have 8 hours. And then there's a location in the locks. It says, bring the book here.
Now, to my understanding, what I'm trying to do here has never been about finding a book.
Yeah, this is the first you're kind of hearing of a book.
Yeah. My original undertaking here was to find proof of what was going on vis-a-vis gate travel.
For sure. So, yeah, the original mission was to try to acquire some sort of proof or a sample of what CorpSec has surmised to be the biotechnology that is behind gate travel. So this seems like...
And I've seen the book. Like, I've seen it.
You've seen it, yeah. You haven't read it, but you've seen it.
No, I've seen the book. It's not made of some sort of weird alien leather. It's just a book.
Just a book. It's a real old fucking book.
Does this seem like an authentic interaction based on previous information that I've got, where I'm trying to find my way to actually personally procuring the sample versus hunting down a book that was only recently brought into the zeitgeist of the mission?
Go ahead and make an intelligence check for me. You're, even on a failure, even on a critical failure, you're still going to get something. It's just kind of determining how much.
It's a hard success.
A hard success. On a hard success, you would determine there's definitely something else going on here. You don't know exactly what it is, but you know his behavior has changed. Mm-hmm. There's something different going on with Jax. And as far as acquiring some book, as you say, definitely well outside of what you would have expected to be the mission parameters, you know, given your stated objective, right? Mm-hmm. So Alastar will have definitely twigged to something going on. As far as your question of whether it's authentic, you're starting to suspect that maybe it's not. Yeah. On a hard success, however, knowing that Jax is willing to put out a burn notice on you, being part of Project 863, you are essentially cut off from the rest of CorpSec in like a big way. So like you showing your ID at Dola Station was definitely outside of the realm of what you would have typically done as a member of Project 863. Yeah. So if Jax decides to fuck you on this, there's not a lot of recourse for you.
No. The message says 8 hours.
8 hours.
In the locks, yeah.
Correct.
Damn. Do I know of anybody who's currently alive other than Jax who I could try to reach out to, or is it at this point, considering that all forms of communication seem to be compromised, that it is in fact just an entire systematic issue?
That's a great question. I don't know if I actually asked you to do this, but did you fill out another I know a guy card?
No.
You do get another one.
Another?
Alternatively, if you can think of something like an avenue.
No, you know what? You said I've been here before?
Yeah, I would have said you would have passed through for sure.
I'd like to know a guy.
You'd like to know a guy? Great.
Yeah. The Scotsman.
Oh, fuck. I thought other people were going to react like that, but everybody was very quiet.
It's because we were all stunned into silence.
It's because we all want that
Made a
ringtone.
noise.
Yeah, just...
That's just the noises
you.
that the VO actors make in the Korean porn Catherine listens to.
I don't listen or watch it. I just read it.
That's right.
She makes the voices herself.
Everyone else on the bus hates it. You know what? Fucking hell yeah.
Oh my god.
That being said,
Oh, fuck.
we will leave Alastar there for now. Mm-hmm. Pyotr.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
You're disconnected from your fucking mulligan alt RP roleplay fucking
The rest
button.
of the beds are like, shut up!
Yeah.
You listen to me, you leg chest lady. I think I'm on a higher tier of healthcare than you, so.
An orderly comes up to you and is like, you have
We're in the same fucking
far
room.
exceeded your allotment of morphine. We're sending you home. You're not ready to go home, but you're using up all of our supplies.
And that's fair, but that's clearly a man's leg growing out of her torso. So who is that for, is my question.
Do you mean they all look like that when they first start coming out, and then we shave it and
It has a tattoo on it.
yeah.
The tattoo says bros before anyone else.
Yeah, we're learning a lot about genetics here.
Or Pyotr's vision.
I think you're an organ farm, is what I'm saying. And my real qualm is you're not doing it very efficiently. I mean, you're giving the same level of care to organ farmees that you're giving to paying customers. And that just sounds like there's some inefficiencies there. Right?
Well, forgive us.
Do you have dental?
Do I have dental?
Do you have dental?
Yeah, I get dental.
Overhead. All overhead, you know? I mean, if there was any sense... Do you have a manager?
I'm the manager. And he just kind of like, this like big unit just kind of like crosses his arms and just like towers over you. And he says, "You're being discharged."
I agree with that choice. I'm just saying, like, you have the forearm strength that you could rip out your own teeth. I don't think you need dental. It's overhead.
What do you think that dental is?
It's extracting teeth when they've gone bad through the natural process.
Dr. Maitland, do you brush your teeth?
It's been a long time since I've been a child. This is a ripoff from The Office. Let's move past this. Come on.
You can see him just kind of like squint and tilt his head at you, and he just passes you a
toothbrush.
He passes you a toothbrush and an envelope. The envelope, he says, this contains all of the information on your accommodation from the dean. And it also includes the key card to get into your room. That's not normally my job.
Could I have my medical records, please? The records of my treatment here.
Yeah, we'll send that through. What's your Galactinet email?
So it is Pyotr.Gaius.stormfucker666.360 capital X lowercase x capital X underscore 360 no scope underscore capital X.
Sorry. Is that 360 numerals or spelled out?
It's spelled out.
Okay, excellent.
Jesus Christ.
No scope. Sorry, continue.
No scope underscore capital X lowercase x capital X dot Maitland MAITLAND at hotmail.com.
Thought you were about to hit us with at AOL.com.
No, because that would be ridiculous.
Yeah, at MySpace.
He doesn't even bat an eye because it's 2902, 2903. So, like, you know, everyone's emails has to be this now because all the email clients have been around for so long. This is the only way to get a normal email address. You're going to register that, though, right? Oh, we are absolutely registering this. Feel free to send your fan mail to Pyotr.Gaius.stormfucker666.360 capital X little x capital X underscore THREESIXZERO no scope underscore capital X little x capital X dot Maitland at
hotmail.com.
Yeah, amazing.
This is just a reminder. If you're listening this before you go to bed, you should just go to bed.
Also, if you're scrolling on your phone on the toilet, just wipe your ass. Just do it.
That's not from Pyotr.
So he takes it down. He says, "Yep, we'll send that through." And he gives you the instructions. I'm assuming, are you going right to your...
Pyotr will roll into the bed, groaning and painfully, and then go and sit in a wheelchair that isn't his in the corner of the room and wait for somebody to wheel him to the elevator.
The orderly sighs and then comes over and pushes you to the elevator. You do get pushed out of the main doors, all the way down out of the main doors of the hospital, and then he lets go of the wheelchair and just walks in back inside.
Are my accommodations downhill or uphill?
Highs or lows? This feels appropriate.
Say highs.
They're downhill.
We're fucking coasting,
Fucking
baby.
send it!
We're sending it!
Make a ride check for me. This is the sci-fi horror content that our listeners have signed up for.
Old people are horrified.
Old people, yeah, truly. Entitled old people? Holy
I'm
shit.
giving them the public healthcare experience. I don't know what you want. So that's a 92.
92.
And my ride is a 5?
So this is one of the tough things as a keeper. Is like,
Do I kill off this annoying character or don't I?
yeah, it's do I give you the opportunity to put yourself in voluntary comas again? I guess is the other question.
Yes, please do it.
You know what? No, you don't hurt yourself at all.
But I coast way past where I live.
Yeah, so you definitely coast right up to the doorstep. In fact, it's a staircase leading up. How does the wheelchair go up the staircase, you might ask? It doesn't. Fortunately. There is a co-ed at the base of the stairs as you are rocketing towards them at Mach fuck. You recognize them as the valedictorian of their graduating class, bright future, ahead of themselves on a volleyball scholarship, no less, in this day and age. And you smash into them. They go flying into the stairs. You see all of their limbs splayed out in different directions, but you're rocketed out of your wheelchair. And you splat against the glass door of these accommodations as the other student is just lying there like, my volleyball knee.
Can I see how badly the student is injured?
Yeah, absolutely. It's very badly. It's very badly.
Pyotr's going to take out his gun. Is there anyone around? Or
What is going on?
Highs or lows?
Let's go lows.
Yeah, fuck it. I'll play chicken with you. Let's go. That's a 3. It's lows.
All right, so there's nobody around?
Nobody around.
All right, Pyotr's going to crawl over there and go, I'm so sorry, my dear. What's your name?
Alicia?
And Alicia, are you interested in the fundamentals of the principles of historical astroeconomics?
Yes. I read your book.
That's good, my dear, because that doesn't take legs. So I would focus on that from now on. Let me call you a medic. How about that, okay?
Please.
And he's just going to yell medic because he doesn't have his personal data center on. So
she's just like,
it's to the rhythm of Stella, by the way. Just medic.
She just goes, thank you. Big fan. And you leave her broken and bleeding on the stairs with your gun out. Just presumably, unless she answered incorrectly to your question about astroeconomics.
Oh my God.
Do you go into your apartment?
No, I'll lay there until the medics get there. 'cause
Okay.
That's a lot of stairs to get in my place.
Totally. So the medic drone arrives, and she just, as she's getting kind of like packed up by the EMTs who are kind of like riding along with this medic drone, she just says, "Let me know when enrollment is for your class."
It's closed, mate. It's a closed. You have to register on the wait list.
Oh.
It is a required course, though, for all programs.
Do
So
you think that I could? Do you think you could put me on the wait list, maybe, as like a favor? And then she gestures to her broken body.
Pyotr makes a non-committal, shruggy, head bobbly kind of movement.
She goes, "Okay, I'll take that as 100% yes." And she gets carted off in the medevac drone. Anyway, do you want to do some plot, or do you got any?
I thought that was plot.
That was all plot. Alicia, I'm gonna write that down. Okay, amazing.
Jesus Christ.
Right.
She's gonna be the big bad.
Yeah,
next
BBEG
season.
for sure. I'm just gonna say that you enter the apartment, and
Yeah, Pyotr will do his best to assist anyone trying to help him to enter the apartment.
as you, a doorman comes out, leads you up. You go into the elevator. As you're looking at the instructions in that envelope, you realize you're going to the penthouse suite of this particular domicile. You exit the elevator, and there's a hallway, a very small hallway with a single door. And you know that this is the penthouse suite. This is the one that you have been given.
Is the door at the end of the hallway?
The door is at the end of the hallway, and it's lying slightly open.
Does Pyotr still have the wheelchair or the doorman?
No, the doorman put you in the elevator and left you to go.
Okay, so I still have the wheelchair?
Do not have the wheelchair. Wheelchair was at the hospital.
All right, so Pyotr is going to crawl up to the
No,
door.
the wheelchair is
Oh, no, sorry.
crumpled in
Wheelchair
front
is,
of the...
the wheelchair is...
The wheelchair is part of Alicia now.
The wheelchair needs to be surgically removed from Alicia, yes.
Okay, very good.
On the next Grey's Anatomy episode.
Pyotr's going to crawl up to the hinge side of the door, so the side of the door that's not creaked open, and kind of look through the door that he can see, and gently with his right elbow nudge it open like 5 degrees at a time.
As you do, you are greeted. It kind of opens into a very minimalist but richly appointed suite. Real leather couches, really nice rugs, full floor-to-ceiling windows gazing out over the Usage City campus. And on the floor of this beautiful living space that you are looking into, you can see 2 bodies that looks like they've been laid side by side with some firearms by the side of them. Sitting in a chair, holding a smoking gun and sipping from a glass of scotch, is Doug. And he just says, "My friend, it seems that you are quite popular."
Doug, what a pleasant surprise, sir. I see you've committed a homicide. Or 2. Well done.
I also almost committed homicide.
And he just taps his fingers to his forehead in kind of a salute. And he just says, "I don't think they were looking for you, my friend. I think they were after the book. I strongly suspect that Juno is in quite a lot of trouble." And that is where we will end tonight's episode.
Thanks for making it this far. So ends episode 4. Punigate summary incoming within the next week or so. This podcast is edited, mixed, and mastered by me, Brian Gashgarian. All the music in the podcast is composed by me. Special thanks to Alex, Leah, Tom, and Catherine for lending me their talent for this. You can find us on Insta, TikTok, and Twitch at The Stars Aren't All Right, or on Blue Sky at TSAA Pod. You can support us on Patreon at the link in our bio, and chat with us on Discord using that very same link. But, as a reward for making it to the end, I would like to remind you that a group of lemurs is known as a conspiracy. Most of all, thanks to you for listening, and we'll see you next time.